everyone! So today I'm going to do a new kind of video. As I'm sure you can tell, I am in Georgia, I am home, I am happy. Of course, Kanga is with me, but I apologize because I'm just going to tell you now, for as long as I'm here, we're going to have like 7 people living here, about 100, no, not 100, I'm just kidding, like 4 dogs, random visitors, cooking, just a bunch of random mishaps. So if y'all hear background noises, I'm just going to apologize now because it's going to happen. There's a lot going on in this little bit, well, not little bitty, it's actually a great big house. So yeah, and today I'm going to start doing a new kind of segment. As y'all all know, I just finished my semester. I'm officially done, officially just ready to relax and have a great Christmas. But I've decided I think I'm going to do a semester, a kind of a segment, a series really, about just college stuff, college life, is what it's going to be called actually. So kind of not really beauty related, but like what I learned during this semester, not like, okay, well guys, I'm going to teach you genetics today and here's a Punnett square, not like that, but like other things, why I want to be a vet, how the application of vet school works, I don't know, things like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. If y'all have any suggestions that you'd like for this series, I would love to hear it. Maybe how I decided to go to school in Florida, I don't know, whatever y'all are thinking. So yeah, so since the semester just finished, I decided I am going to do a video called What I Learned This Semester. And again, it's not like, alright, in genetics I learned this, and in organic chemistry I learned this. So, it's just kind of like life lessons that I would like to teach y'all, because I've learned them I've learned them the hard way, and I would like y'all to not have to go through it quite like I did. So first off, most of y'all know this, but just in case this is the first video, hello, welcome, enjoy. But I am a 3rd year pre-vet student. My major is zoology at the University of Florida. I have actually already applied to vet school, so I've applied a year early. We're waiting to see what goes on. Can y'all hear her? Kanga is chewing on her feet. She has some sort of airborne allergy, unfortunately. She's just a mess. I'm kind of a hypochondriac when it comes to my dog too, guys, so just a little side note of enjoyment for you. But anyway, so that's what I have going on. Number one thing that I have learned this semester that I think everyone should know, especially if you are going into like a pre-health profession, but even if you're not, no matter what you're doing, is I have been like super competitive always. Some of y'all know I was valedictorian because I just wanted to beat the girl that was going to be salutatorian. It really wasn't even about being valedictorian. It was like, I have to beat her. I have to be number 1. And I'm just a very competitively natured person. It's just part of who I am. Well, I kind of took that into vet school. Instead of trying to help people, I was always like, oh, I don't know. If you do well on this, then you could do better than me. And then it could turn around and then you get in vet school and I don't. And like, that's how I felt about everything. Like even little nitpicky things that don't really matter. And it just, okay, so why this has changed is because I have become a TA, which is a teacher's assistant in case you don't know, for Intro to Animal Science, which is, at least for the University of Florida, not for UGA and not for some other schools, but it is a required class in order to be admitted to the University of Florida's vet school. And I teach it, well, kind of help teach it, I teach the labs, whatever. And I started teaching it and I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with helping people and giving them advice about vet school because I have done gobs and gobs and gobs of research. And I know, I mean, not everything by any means, but I know a lot about vet schools because it's kind of been my whole life for the past 21 years. It's the only thing I've cared about. So because of that, I have a good knowledge. And like I said, don't know everything, but I can help people. And instead of being like, well, I don't want to tell you anything because what happens if it comes back to bite me in the butt, and what happens if I don't get in vet school because of it or whatever, I was just like, I don't want to say I didn't forget about it, but I just kind of let it go. And I was just like, yeah, this is what I do. This can help you. Do this, do this. Here's a suggestion of where you can volunteer. Here's this. And it just like relieved so much stress that I carried around. I'm telling you, just crazy stuff. I don't even know if y'all can hear those dogs barking. Those are Kanga's puppies, actually. And yes, her biological puppies. She had puppies 3 years ago. We're finding all these fun facts out in this video. So yeah, so that was one thing. If you are really competitive and you are not, okay, no, I don't want to give you all the wrong impression. I never tried to sabotage people. I would never be like, oh, what's the answer to this? It's C, when it was F or whatever. Like, that was never a thing I did. I just didn't want to help people. Well, don't do that, because, you know, it comes now where I'm like, I want to get in knowing I am going against top-notch people, and I'm still, I don't want to say better than them, but, you know, vet schools see something in me that they don't see in them. And so yeah, that's one thing that, like, I think has helped me a lot. Another thing is stay organized. And I know, like, some of these I want to say are going to sound kind of cheesy, or you're going to be like, yeah, whatever. But, like, coming from someone who has been in college for 3 years now, taking all science classes, working my butt off, having no life, pretty much, besides my YouTube channel, and, you know, school, really. I'm in an organization, but, like, it's pre-vet, or it's pre-health related. You know, that's just how I am. So you have, I feel like I'm just trying to give you pointers coming from that perspective, and you have to stay organized. What I do is I have a little, like, weekly schedule, and it's dry waste, and I wrote down every single thing. Like, even videos I want to post that week, I don't know, events I have going on, tests, school, homework, everything went on this calendar. And that helped me so much. And then when I got finished, and this is just me, this is how I work, I would cross it out. Or actually, I started crossing out, and then I thought it looked sloppy, so I would erase it. And then it just makes you feel so much better. You're just like, oh, one less thing to do, at least for me. And I think that works. And I mean, do whatever works for you. Some people like to have it written down and then cross it out. Some people like to have a planner. I mean, whatever works for you. But figure it out, and figure it out fast. Because I've never had this happen, but I know a lot of friends that didn't get organized, like, first week. Really, like, you're going to get your syllabi. It's going to either be online, or you're going to get them in class, or however it works. You need to write down those dates. And I mean, like, that day. Because if you don't, you're going to miss dates. And then you're going to have a project due, and you're not going to have it done. And you're going to be SOL, and no one's going to care. They're going to be like, oh, you don't have it done? Sorry, F, done. You're welcome. Like, I know people say that all the time, but legit, that's how it works. Like, they don't care. And so it's all your responsibility. Organization, number one key. Another thing, I was kind of doing a separate video about this, but I think it just kind of all goes together, is know your studying habits and stick to them. And know what works for you. For example, some people like to study with a big group. Some people say if they study with a big group, they're just gonna, you know, not get anything done because they're gonna socialize. Me, I can't stay with a big group. I can study with, like, a couple of people, and I know those people I can study with. Some people, like, I can't stay with my best friend who's my roommate. I can't stay with him because we get nothing done. Like, we would just hang out and talk and be super distracted and maybe get one thing done. So you can't study with some people, and it doesn't mean that you don't like them. And you can't let people pressure you. Oh, you don't want to study with me? Why not? Like, just be like, dude, I gotta do what's best for me. Like, because that's what you have to do. And also have, like, kind of a schedule, but, like, have a system. And what I do, because, you know, it's not inconceivable for me to, like, have, like, a class tomorrow, and I have to read 200 pages for it. And that's just one subject, and I have, you know, 5 classes tomorrow. And so I also have to do a pre-lab, and I also have to do a post-lab, and I also have to do this and that. And, like, you know, that's just how it is. Have a system. So what I do, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on a YouTube video right now. I mean, this is truth. What I do, and it works for me, is I come home from classes, I check my email, I check my Facebook, and I don't, like, lollygag. I just check it, see my notifications, done. I do those things, get them out of the way, and then I watch a YouTube video. One. Now, this is where you have to be able to have self-control. One video or one whatever, and then I do one thing on my list. So, like, if it's like, oh, post-lab for Orgo, do my post-lab, cross it off, watch another video. Pre-lab for Orgo, do it, you know. And that's the system that I find works best for me. Because if I just sit there and try to do it all at one time, which some people can. Some people would rather sit there, get it all accomplished, then be done for the night and pop a squat and watch, like, a TV show. No judgment here. That's what works for you. Awesome possum. For me, it doesn't work. I need to have breaks throughout. So know what works for you. No, and don't let anyone tell you that you're doing something wrong, because you can't really study wrong unless you're not being successful. Now, if you're failing on your classes doing something and you're like, oh, well, you know, I mean, I watch 8 hours of TV a day and I don't study, I don't know what could be wrong. You know, and always get suggestions from people of how they study. But if you find what works for you, you stick with that, because it's hard. And it's taken me 3 years, and I can tell you right now, I've had some bad semesters where, I mean, I never failed a class, but I've been pretty dang close. And, I mean, it's a horrible feeling, especially because of what I want to do, which is vet school, and like 100% that's all I think about. And that's kind of like a segue into my next thing, is try not to stress. I'm sure y'all have noticed this. This is not, oh, I had a pimple. This is, I pick at my face. Horrible, horrible habit. Do not do it, because this is what happens. This is because I was sitting there in my final, and this is what I did. It's a horrible habit. It's something I can't help doing. I'm trying really hard to break it, because like, you don't want to go into a vet school interview with like scabs all over your face because you pick at it because you can't handle stress. Like, no. You know, or maybe you bite your nails, or I don't know. That's just what I do. Try your hardest not to stress. And this kind of goes with, and again, this was a cheesy one, and I know it is, but I'm serious. Don't wait till the last minute. You're going to be so much more successful. And that's one of the reasons why I have my little weekly thing. Because once I finish, like if it's Monday, once I finish Monday's homework, I start doing Tuesdays. And I keep going. And sometimes, usually not near the end of the semester, but at the beginning of the semester when you don't have as much to do, sometimes I'll finish everything that week. And then that weekend, I can kind of relax. And like, you know, if I have an exam Monday, then I can't relax. But you know what I mean? You can just kind of relax and not be super stressed out all the time. Because that's not, in the end, that's not really what's most beneficial for you. You need to have your system, you need to stick to it, but do not stress yourself out, because it's just a waste. It's a waste of energy, and it's a waste of time, and usually you end up doing worse. Now, I know some people think they work better under pressure. I really do believe that. I can jam out a paper in 15 minutes that might take me 3 days to write otherwise. You know, but don't stress. Don't say, I have, you know, this exam is worth 40% of my grade, and I'm just not going to study for it until the day before. No, don't do it. Because what happens if you fail the exam? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, that's really what it comes down to. Because in college, you don't have, like, busy work. Well, for most classes. None of my classes I've ever had. Busy work that kind of boosts your grade. You might have homework or something. But, like, you might have an exam that's worth, like, okay, here's an example. Orgo 2. Every exam was worth 25% of your grade. You had 4 exams. That's all. You fail an exam, that sucks. I don't know what you can do. And I'll be honest with you, that was me. That was me this semester. I had some bad exams. Chemistry's not my thing. I'm good at bio. Chemistry is very hard for me. You know, and that's a horrible feeling. But you have to learn from it, and you can't dwell on your past. So I hope this wasn't too scatterbrained for y'all. If you have any other advice for me or for really anyone, and this doesn't just have to be college, it is going to be called College Life, is what I'm going to call this series. But it's, you know, it's high school. It's if you're at your job and you have deadlines, it's anything. And what I'm saying in these videos that are pertaining to school can be taken out of school and can really be applied to any lifetime situation. So, I don't know, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know it's not beauty. I will be doing beauty videos probably tomorrow. And again, I am planning on doing videos every day of December. I know yesterday y'all didn't get a video. Here's what happened. I posted 2 on Sunday. One of them didn't post. And in that video, I kept saying I'm not going to be able to do one because yesterday I traveled all day. And I took my last final, and I was planning on doing a video, still kind of trying to. But it was like midnight when I was about to, which is fine. But this house is very echoey, and I did not want to wake up my mom and her best friend and her son and everyone in the house when they had to wake up early and do school or work or whatever tomorrow. Like, that's just how you consider it. So that's all I have for y'all today. I I am reloading that one video, and hopefully it'll post because it's a haul video. And I don't know about y'all, but haul videos are my very favorite, so I hope you enjoy it. So that's all I have for y'all. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you like this series that I'm going to start, I would really like to know y'all's feedback on it in comments, or if y'all have another video that you'd like to hear me do in this excuse me, in this series, or in anything. It can be beauty, it can be animals. Yes, I know it's animals. I say animals because I think it's cuter. I mean, obviously I wouldn't if I was like with a patient. That would make me sound like really dumb, but whatever. Anything that y'all want to hear, I'd love to know. And please subscribe to this channel because I will be putting out new videos every day of December. At least that's the plan. And even if I don't, I mean, you're going to get a lot of videos even throughout the semester. And I just love to make videos, and I hope y'all love to watch them. So that's all I have for y'all right now. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.